recognized symbol of excellence in sports entertainment.
HMMG. Hami Media Group. This is your next level wrestling review. And this is NXT.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your next level wrestling review. And if you're listening here or watching here live on YouTube, we're here every single Wednesday morning at around 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you're listening at channelattitude.com, thank you. But you know what? Let me introduce myself, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the reporter of the people, the man with the plan, Big Ray, here to stay to talk some lucha libre, which is your Spanish lesson for wrestling today. But ladies and gentlemen, I am not alone. We are here with the four-time Media Scrum Backstage Brawl champion, the Vet. He's a Rip Rogers guy. The Vet. Vet. Rip Rogers guy. Ladies and gentlemen, he's been beating people's asses after press conferences since day one. Day one-ish. Ladies and gentlemen, he's a Rip Rogers guy. It is the one, the only, the Vet, Jamie Williams. Vet, how are you today, sir?
What's up, man? Well, at least it wasn't on a poll this time.
No, I don't think you could. Well, you could put Tony Khan on the poll.
Could put Tony Khan on a poll, but I'm gonna start off hot.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I'm starting off hot today. So story time, SFT, story fucking time. So last week, the people here, they know that we talked about the Will Ospreay, and Kevin Nash and all that stuff, and Ray wanted to take an opportunity to go ahead and bury Will Ospreay for like several minutes, and
he's terrible.
Yeah, I was like, okay, I'll let him do it, not just because I'm not a huge. Yeah, I'm not like a. Well, I didn't really put up much of an argument, but you kept on piling on Will Ospreay, and I was just kind of like, oh yeah, okay, yeah. Partially because I don't carry a huge flag for Will Ospreay, but also because we wanted to hurry up and get the show over because of your ailing wife that you had to go.
Hold on, Vet. Hold on. Oh, Will Ospreay just flipped by me.
Wow, that's amazing.
Shit. Just flipped everywhere.
Well, how's his merchandise sales?
Fuck was that? Terrible.
So anyway, yeah. So whatever. Ray does his thing. He gets his shit and blah blah blah, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
What is this, Barry Ray Day?
Oh, we haven't got to that yet. Oh. So then, I'm sitting at home minding my own business. Okay. And then I get this message, which is a clip. Oh. It's a YouTube clip from some guy, and it's from Big Ray. Big Ray wants to send me this YouTube clip of a guy talking about why he doesn't watch New Japan Pro Wrestling anymore.
I don't remember doing that.
Oh, interesting. Well, I have the proof.
Oh. Play it here.
No, let's not.
Oh, well then.
Let's anyway, some of you may have seen this clip because it's been going around because somebody else sent me this clip as a joke.
Oh shit, Will Ospreay just flipped by me again.
It's just incredible. This guy's got all kinds of free time. But speaking of free time, so okay, Ray sends me this video of this guy saying whatever the fuck he says. It doesn't matter. It's not really important. It really has nothing to do with anything. But it comes with a message. I could have just let this slide and not brought any of this up. But it comes with a message. And the message is this. See, this guy gets it.
Ooh.
Is the message. So, I'd like for Ray to take this opportunity here on the show to tell us what exactly does this guy get?
What guy? What are you talking about? What guy?
What does he get? This guy gets it. What do you mean? What does he get?
He gets it.
Which is?
The Japanese wrestling stinks.
Oh. Is that what he gets? Is that what his point was? Can you even remember the points that he made or what this whole video was talking about?
No, Vet. You know why? Because I have a life. I don't remember what I sent you.
Well, you thought it was important enough to send it at the time.
No. I'm. You know what?
I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
Don't remember. I really don't. I remember now that you mention it, I remember sending you a video. I don't remember what was in the video. I really don't. Sorry.
How convenient.
It's not convenient. I swear on my father's soul that I do not remember. I mean, I remember sending you the video now. Don't remember what was in the video. If it was something making fun of Chinese karate wrestling from Korea, then there's probably a reason why I sent it to you. This guy was probably right. If you have the clip, I would love to hear it.
I think you have the clip because you sent it to me. So if you just go back into your history, right, I'm sure you'll find it.
So I texted this to you, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Would that be August 25th?
It would be the thing that you texted me.
No, I don't see nothing here. Was it on text or was it on Instagram?
It was a text message. Look, this is
okay. I got it here. All right, let me see it. Let me see if I can pull this son of a bitch up. All right, let me. All right, I'll play it. Small clip, I guess.
This right here is the exact reason why I do not watch New Japan anymore. And no, it's nothing against Okada. It's just that New Japan Pro Wrestling is the most tedious, repeat, tiring promotion I've seen in a long time. And a lot of y'all are not willing to admit this because they have great wrestling.
He's right.
Okada just won his 4th G1 Climax. Tournament that comes around once a year. Okada has been on top of New Japan Pro Wrestling for 10 years now.
Ooh.
And will likely walk into his 11th Wrestle Kingdom main event. People begged for a Naito win, and Naito had his moment 2 years ago. We're literally begging for a run from a guy who already had his run. I love Kota Ibushi, but what did he need to go to the finals of 4 consecutive G1 climaxes for? And even though you're fans people like Ishii and Suzuki and Zack Sabre Jr., you know deep in your heart they will never touch the World Heavyweight Championship.
Nope.
Because New Japan will select maybe 4 or 5 top guys, and those are their top guys for the next 10 years.
Facts.
You get the same matches over and over and over again. You get the same stories over and over and over again. Stop making exceptions for New Japan that you won't make for WWE.
Oh, shit. This guy's fucking...
Whoa.
He gets
it. Okay, so forgetting the fact that you don't know any of what he's talking about because... You obviously have a life, as you said, and you don't follow it, so you wouldn't know if he did know what he was talking about or if he did get it, even if he did get it, which he doesn't. So not only do you not understand anything that he said, but the last part is the interesting part, because he says, stop making exceptions for New Japan that you don't make for WWE. So what in there that he said just now would you apply to me as if this is relevant to me or anything that I say? When do I talk about how WWE does the same old things with the same 4 guys and whatever? Do I talk about that? As a matter of fact, I'm the one who's gone on record as saying that Roman Reigns' title reign should probably just be beginning right now. It hasn't gone on long enough.
Oh, shit.
So tell me how this is relevant that you have to interrupt my lovely day with this bullshit and how this guy gets it when you wouldn't even know what getting it is in the context of or out of the context of what he's talking about. Go ahead.
I laugh at you. I laugh at you for a couple of reasons. Number one, I laugh at you because you assume, based on what I say, that I have no idea what I'm talking about when it comes to New Japan Pro Wrestling. You assume just because I say that I don't watch the product, that I don't watch the product.
Oh, so I would just expect the things that you say to not be straight up lies.
No, it could be me having fun on the show. It could be me not giving a fuck whether people know that I watch New Japan Pro Wrestling or not.
Which you don't.
But maybe I do, maybe I don't.
Also convenient.
But the fact of the matter is this guy, I think, puts up a good point. New Japan Pro Wrestling is tedious. It's the same shit over and over again with the same guys on top. Sorry.
How would you know that? Can you name the guys?
Yeah.
Tell me the same guys that's on top.
Ishii.
What? Oh, he's a top guy?
Yeah. The Rainmaker.
The Rainmaker's a top guy? Yeah, you've heard that. You've heard that name before.
Check this out.
He's pretty popular.
So when Naito was the never openweight champion, okay? Listen to what I'm saying. I mean, the Intercontinental champion. People were clamoring for him to be the top guy. Remember when he destroyed the belt and he would just beat up? Oh wait, what am I talking about? I never watched fucking New Japan Pro Wrestling. I don't know what I'm talking about. You know what?
See that on a clip somewhere?
No, vet. The fact is that maybe I do watch the product, and I will never admit that I do. Maybe when you tell me, Ray, there's a New Japan Pro Wrestling pay-per-view, and you're watching in the background, I'm mocking you. Oh, that stupid shit, and I click off this little gimmick here. Maybe I'm watching it right along with you.
Sure.
But here's the deal. I don't have to justify myself to anybody. And you took it upon yourself to take your rigid little finger and click on that link and watch that video. I sent it to you. I get links all the time sent to me from various nefarious fucking numbers. Even people I know. People send me messages on Facebook. I don't click them. So this is your fault, then. This is all your fault.
That would be masterfully played if you weren't full of shit. So that's fine. You can conveniently say, maybe I do, maybe I don't, and never commit to anything. But the point is, we've got a lot of rampant ignorance. When did being ignorant become a badge of honor? Like, when did people be proud not to know stuff?
I don't know.
Like, when did that start happening?
Ask anybody that writes for or does videos on YouTube to ask you to support them. Guys like that, or other dirt sheet writers that literally they fall back on the whole card is subject to change gimmick. I mean, ignorance is bliss, I guess, right? People have always been ignorant. People have always been ignorant. People have always played themselves.
Well, now they're flaunting it. They used to just be like, I don't know, I'll get back to you. And then just, you'd never know if they knew what you were talking about or not. But now people are so happy to explain how much they don't know about something. Like, you know how every time football season starts up, and then there'll be a lot of women's Facebook pages like, I can't wait to not care about football. Like, they take it as a point of pride.
Oh, they don't care.
That they don't care about things.
They don't care. I agree with you. Artist formerly known as Lawrence Weaver. I think the vet is trying to throw me under the bus.
Well,
like you said, ignorance. When did it become? Ignorance has always been this way. Do you remember when Cain killed Abel, and he tried to play it off in front of God? Like, what are you talking about? I didn't kill nobody.
I wasn't there at the time.
Oh, what about when Eve, when she ate the fig? Was it an apple?
Well, she wore a fig leaf. And,
yeah. Well, the alleged.
But that was after. That was after they had to,
Right, and then Tom. What was the guy's name? Adam. And Adam's like, "Look, man, it's her fault." Oh, I didn't mean to eat that shit. God's like, okay, playing off ignorance.
All right. Well, all that fiction aside, we're just talking about, the stuff where a guy has a weird little YouTube video.
That's great.
And
it's on point.
You send it
he
to
gets
me.
It.
Yeah, he gets it. All right. Well, get this, man.
Oh boy, here we go. That's gonna yell at me. It's just what I need today.
Just for the record, you know, a guy like this,
Oh.
in one of his videos,
A fan.
yeah, a fan of wrestling that is just a fan and only a fan and will never do anything but be a fan.
Does that make him less of a person? I just want to be clarified because we have a bunch of fans in our chat.
No, but I am saying
Does that make me less of a person?
I am going to say that one of his videos gets more views than this channel gets all year. So
Absolutely.
before you worry about whether you need me to see something from him, why don't you worry about if we're doing the best that we can over there? If you got extra time to look at other Mark's videos,
Here's the thing.
To me.
Here's the thing. I don't give a fuck if we do better than him because I am content with what we have here now. I am content with the 20 people that are in the chat right now. I don't care about what that guy's doing. The guy made a couple of good valid points and I thought I would share it with you. And you decided to look at your phone, click it, and bring it up to open the show. Instead of acknowledging, which is what we should have done 15 minutes ago, acknowledging these good people that come here every single week to watch our show, to participate in our show. So I don't care if this guy got 75,000 views a video. It doesn't matter to me. I don't care if we get 10 views. As long as those 10 views make each person's day, that's all I give a shit about. Fair?
No.
Oh.
That's how reality show stars get elected as presidents.
Oh.
Is that kind of bullshit, turning shit around and
no
whatever. Well, I'll let you have the honor of acknowledging the chat this week because these however many people,
21,
I'm sure would be happy to hear it from you and not from me.
No. I mean, I'm sure deep down inside, you really don't give a shit either whether we do better than another YouTube channel. Trust me. I've done everything in my power to help grow this platform the right way. I don't get acknowledged. I don't give a fuck anymore. I just come, I do my part, and I leave. And hopefully, by the end of the day, I put a smile on somebody's face. I'm cool with that. I don't need hundreds of thousands of views. I don't care. But what I do care about is the fact that that video did exactly what it was meant to be. Create fodder for this show.
I'm serious. I'm not going to sit back and take this fucking shit.
Just saying. Fair?
Acknowledge the chat, Ray.
Acknowledge me. Acknowledge me. You're gonna acknowledge me. You there, sitting at home. Acknowledge me.
Boy, I just took my blood pressure medication and my head is splitting. Thank you, vet. Well, I'm going to acknowledge the people that come here every week. And we'll start off with the Buckshot Kid. You have been acknowledged. He actually came out. He asked
He
us
wanted
to.
that before we even went on the air.
You got it. Aaron Ben Shlomo. Hello. Or bonsoir. How do you say hello? What does he speak? Hebrew?
Yeah.
Aaron Ben, how do you say hello in Hebrew? All right. We'll figure it out. Elizabeth. Hi, guys. I never heard Elizabeth speak. Wonder if do you have a sultry voice, Elizabeth, or is it like It's one of the two, unfortunately. I believe it's sultry. We have the great Al Robinson speaking French. Holy shit, bonjour. Frank's pickle barrel ass killing it in the Wrestling for Life live chat. Killing it, representing HMG. Who else we got here? We have the artist formerly known as Lawrence Weaver. Hey, all. Today's going to be a good one. I recommend Wrestling for Life. I recommend it too. This guy's a fucking great. Good friends. Did I say Frank's Picklebarrel Ass is here, brother? Brother.
Liz says, to answer your question, she says, not cringy, referring to her voice.
Sultry.
She has a not cringy voice.
Sultry.
Dan Heffron is here. Fucking excited about Dan Heffron. He's here. All right, who else we got? Scott Woodford is here as the music ends. And there we go. Start it up again. Scott Woodford, acknowledge me, Ray and Vet. I don't know if the vet's going to acknowledge you. He made it very clear you are not important to him. And then we have Yohimbo. Cold-blooded XX. Cold XX. Blooded XX. He's here. The incredible, incomparable, and extremely well hung from what I hear. Bobo is here. He is in the house. What else we got? Ooh. Adrian F. He yells, Vet! Much like in Japan. Ibush! Kota!
My man Adrian right there.
Very handsome young man. You could tell. I like that color shirt, by the way. Anyway. All right. So I think that might be everybody. I'm just going to run down the... Oh, no! What are we testing on Lab Rat this week, veteran?
I don't know.
It's always AIDS.
Oh.
And I believe that might be the... no! Ladies and gentlemen, because Jerome is in the house. Jerome is in the house. Jerome Hall is here. And now I think that is everyone. I said Dan Heffron. I said Dan Heffron, right? Yes, I did. All right, I think that is everybody. I'm running through here. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the 3 count.
This is the 3 count with today's biggest stories in pro wrestling, world news, pop culture, sports, and more. And now, back to Big Ray and the Vet.
All right. I'm so looking forward to next week. I will not be on the Next Level Wrestling Review. I will be in vacation. And I cannot wait for next week, Vet, because guess what's going to happen? Guess who'll probably fill in?
I have no idea.
It'll probably be the Ayatollah bin Hameen.
Oh.
And I will tell you exactly what the show is going to be about. You ready?
Yes.
Okay. 90% of the show is going to be Ben telling everybody how we don't know shit. And how we're marks. And how he'll slap everybody for $5. And how our opinion doesn't matter. Because we've never done it. Because he can do what I can do. But I can't do what he can do. So if you want to come back next week, ladies and gentlemen, prepare for me. Man of the people. I used to call myself the mark of the masses, you know that? And Ben said, don't call yourself Mark, brother. Well,
he's right.
So I became the reporter of the people. The reporter of the people. Now I will be called the martyr of the masses.
You'd have to have masses know who you were to be a martyr.
Oh, trust me, I have many masses. You'd be surprised how many people actually give a shit about who I am. You know who I am? I'm just a good guy. Just a good guy who loves people. take shit.
Report to them.
Take shit that I don't have to take. Does more than he's asked of. Never acknowledged. So apparently CM Punk is a prick. Is this news to you?
People are just finding this out like this week.
Right now I'm going through a little
Emotional damage. You want some therapy?
just saying. We have an audio clip of CM Punk as he was sitting backstage. Ace Steel, apparently, allegedly. His wife was also backstage after the CM Punk news gimmick press conference, where he blasted Scotty Goldman, or Coleman, whatever the fuck his name is, aka Colt Cabana. We have a little news clip. We have a little clip of the Young Bucks allegedly kicking down the door to his locker room. And Ace Steel's wife, who apparently had a broken leg and she couldn't move around much, so he was protecting her. That's why he threw a steel chair. This is what I'm hearing. So this is CM Punk.
Back the fuck off!
So all right, so I was hearing yesterday, and now it's coming to fruition. I even put a little TikTok up. More and more we're hearing that CM Punk and Ace Steel may have been fired from AEW.
Yeah, well, one of those might have been.
Ace Steel definitely. CM Punk, I would say probably. And apparently
Probably.
Dougie, well, I think he's fired from what I understand. They're gonna. Oh, by the way, hold on. Oh, hold on 1 second. Hold on. Here it is. We have some breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. Breaking news. Let's go to our well-hung reporter, Big Ray. Big Ray, what do you got? Well, Big Ray. Allegedly tonight on Dynamite, Tony Khan has a huge announcement. I'm fucking tired of this goddamn company. I'm tired. Your thoughts on this whole fucking situation? Did you talk about this on the Impact Attack? Because I haven't. Let me just tell you the new stuff that came out.
Okay.
All right. So again, allegedly, the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega were really fucking pissed off that CM Punk went off on their boy Hangman Page. They went off on Scotty Goldman. By the way, you can hashtag Nick Hausman killed AEW. Because if you go back, it was Nick Hausman, who apparently they're very nice to me. You've always been very nice to me, CM Punk. Nick Hausman asked the question that triggered CM Punk and had him go off on the rant that he did, which helped implode an already volatile situation. So the newest shit that's going around is that, again, CM Punk has been fired from the company. The Young Bucks, the EVPs, have been all stripped of their titles, allegedly. Tony Schiavone has now taken his seat as the right-hand man to Tony Khan. What do you think about that?
I don't. It seems like Tony Schiavone wouldn't care to do anything like that, but
He is.
I guess I don't know him that well.
Okay. Dougie Fresh. What is this? What is this, Dougie? You drunk? Doug Fresh. Punk is a draw, you fools. Okay, well, he is a draw. He's also a cancer, allegedly. I mean, you shared a locker room with the guy, right? He was super nice to you, wasn't he? You shake your hand and shit.
Just an absolute joy to be around all the time.
It's a peach, right?
Yeah. Well, anyway, continue. You were about to say.
All right, so now we have multiple situations going on. Hold on, Ben Hameen just sent me a photo. Let's see what the fuck this is. Just saying I'm fired.
No.
Oh shit. Well, hi guys.
Okay, well, now that Big Ray has been fired, I guess I have to carry on with the show. And as far as the news and everything, what do I think about what happened at AEW?
Okay, I'm back.
Oh, he's back.
Yeah,
I got rehired that quick. Oh,
I got rehired, much like what CM Punk's probably going to go through.
Right, we just got to fire you in public for a day, and then.
But anyway, look, man. All jokes aside, so CM Punk. So again, now there's certain people that were reporting certain things. I was watching a couple of YouTube guys going live and stuff, and some other people, and they're like, "Well, this is a work. This is a work. This is a work." And I'm like, "It's not a work." So I've spoken to enough people that were actually really close to the situation. I actually saw the situation, not saw, but knew of the situation, or were there. It's definitely not a work. This shit fucking popped off. And the reason, and people are like, oh, it's a work because we haven't seen anybody. We haven't seen any bite marks. We haven't seen any black eyes. Let me just clarify something to you guys. The reason why you're not seeing any bite marks, you're not going to see any video, you're not going to hear any audio, is very fucking simple. There are going to be lawsuits pending, especially when it comes to a non-wrestler being backstage and put in danger, allegedly.
Whatever danger that the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega could provide.
Yeah. So, listen, brother. This has gotten really fucking bad. Suspensions. So they're reconfiguring, right? Or reconfiguring the show tonight. So we won't see the champion. We will see Chris Jericho. We will. It's just so much shit.
Oh, you know who else we're gonna see?
Well, EC3, not EC3. What's the guy's name? MJF. It was some kind of.
So are the same people that think that this is all a work? Were they the same people that said it was a shoot when MJF walked off? Are those? I hope those aren't the same people. I hope these are two different groups of people, right? Like,
you think the MJF thing was a work, like what they call a work shoot? Like
yeah,
I believe there was dissension and anger and frustrations and shit.
I don't.
I believe
that one was always the plan.
Because CM Punk went off on MJF as well. So.
Did he?
Yeah, MJF was included in that whole working with children thing. Yes.
I'm not sure. I know that somebody asked him a question about MJF, and then he answered that question in character. But that's not the same thing.
Fucking guy. But go ahead, man. I'm gonna let you go with this. I gotta send a link to somebody.
Well, shit. Look, I really don't know what happened. We're only hearing things that allegedly happened. And I don't care enough to follow the alleged sources to find out if even what they're saying allegedly happened. If you want to tell me that CM Punk punched one of the Young Bucks, then that just makes him a hero to me. Because somebody should have punched those fucking guys a long time ago. A long time before it ever got here. And I think that, everything he said about Hangman Page, right? I don't think any of us can really dispute that at this point. I wasn't sure if Hangman Page was an idiot 5 years ago when I first saw him. I'm quite sure now, especially with the kind of comments that he made about, recently. Like, he actually was in an interview where he admitted that he doesn't really think he needs any advice from veterans.
That is so here's the fucked up thing real quick, Vet. I got to jump in.
Yeah.
As much as an asshole I truly feel, or I believe CM Punk may be, I found myself fucking citing a lot of that shit. Like how the fuck can you be? That's like me being at a job and a guy that's been at that job for 30 years, who has vast knowledge and incredible experience at doing the job that you just started pretty much a year ago, coming to you saying, hey buddy, maybe you shouldn't do this way, and maybe you shouldn't do this. Don't tell me what to do. What the fuck do you know? There's a disrespect going on in that fucking company, and it's all headed by that fucking goddamn fucking butterfly jean wearing motherfucker. I'll put it that way.
Well,
two guys in the Young Bucks. How many shows have they booked in their lifetime?
Oh, they'd probably tell you how many they booked. It'd probably be an impressive number coming from them.
All right, go ahead.
Well, this reminds me of a promo cut by the New Japan Pro Wrestling World Heavyweight Champion Jay White, where he said that Hangman couldn't cut it anywhere else, so he started a company with his friends so he could be the champion, which we all thought was a funny line at the time, but oh boy, did that age well. Like a fine wine. I guess that's a real shoot comment, brother. Yeah, so when you got guys like that, guys like the Young Bucks, now Tony Khan brings in guys that are going to do actual business. Mm-hmm. Guys that have ever been anywhere and done anything in their careers and made any real money and actually drew people. There's going to be a conflict at some point. And the conflict is going to start on the side of the guys that ain't never done shit, ain't ever going to do shit, and had to start a company by themselves because nobody else would put them over. So just because CM Punk is an asshole and a cancer doesn't make him wrong 100% of the time either.
Right. That's
the two things are not mutually exclusive. Like every nice guy is always right and every asshole is always wrong. No. So, until we ever know what really happened, which we probably won't.
That's a fact.
Yeah,
nobody's gonna ever know exactly what the fuck happened that night. No.
Yeah, bro. But if you're asking me to pick a side between the fucking guys that have a book and a catchphrase called "Killing the Business" and CM Punk, I'm sorry, I'm taking CM Punk's side. I don't give a shit about any of those guys in the Elite or Colt Cabana for that matter. Another guy that's a rib on the business.
But can I just first? I got to make a point about the Young Bucks. Were you a fan of them when they were in New Japan?
Never. They're a disgrace.
Okay. So
when I would watch New Japan with friends that had not seen the Young Bucks before, they laughed at the Young Bucks. They're like, who are these assholes? That's the sentiment that the mainstream fan gets from the Young Bucks.
I want to give Colt Cabana credit on one thing. Colt Cabana did really kind of start this whole fucking podcast thing. I mean, there were podcasts before him, but this whole pro wrestling podcast thing that everybody's doing now, we're doing it. There are other people that our boys at Wrestling for Life are doing it. We got other people that they want you to support them, and they're doing it. But I would say that back in the day, man, when I was listening to In Your Head Wrestling Radio, or I was listening to the Wrestling Observer wrestling radio show, and all these other shows I used to listen to, Colt Cabana was the thing to get the Pro Wrestling Tees store, up and all this other shit. So I'm going to give him credit because I think Colt Cabana isn't given his just due when it comes to building what now everybody is a part of. Now, when it comes...
Cool. I'm just talking about the wrestling.
Okay, now the wrestling, well, he was Matt Classic.
Yeah.
On an MTV wrestling show, so...
Yeah, that's his contribution to that. But, he had one of the first podcasts, but anybody else would have figured that out anyway. I'm not going to give him the credit for that. Nobody else was ever going to do merchandising or podcasting if he didn't do it. Yeah. All right. But he did it first, so fine.
John Enright's in the house. It's okay. Tony Schiavone will
John
fix it.
Yeah, he'll fix it.
Yeah.
So, and then you got Tony Khan, right? And everybody's looking to him like, look, the guy's just in over his head. he probably did not foresee things like this happening, right? So how he handles it is going to be very interesting going forward. We're going to see, you know, we're going to see what kind of a leader he is, because this is the first time that we've had something that's like so monumental. Like we've heard rumors about people being unhappy with things, but we haven't heard about physical assaults backstage and stuff like that. So let's just see what ends up happening.
Just a real ball.
And just to Lawrence Weaver, you got no stake in this. So it's easy for you to say, oh, I don't get what the hate is with the Young Bucks. Yeah, because you didn't have to live it, bro. You just watch it as a fan, so you're absolved of all responsibility. You know, you can just say, hey, I don't give a shit. I don't care if they make fun of the wrestling business. I don't need to make a living off it. I just watch it on TV, so I don't care. Yeah, you can like them if you want. But a lot of the people, and for the record, I hated the Young Bucks before I even knew Jim Cornette was doing podcasts.
Mm-hmm.
So,
which by the way, I love his podcast. Even though I know he fucking shits on Russo all the time, they shit on each other. Probably, I would love them. I hope
Russo is very complimentary of Cornette these days.
He is.
He only says how, you know, he only talks about him in a respectful manner, and when he does his show about going back and reviewing the Attitude Era show by show, and every time Cornette's on there, he puts Cornette over. It's a great promo and all this stuff. So. It's just unfortunate they met when they were young, because they probably would have got along better if they met now.
You know, Ben says, and it's true, they say the same thing just differently. You know, it's the north-south thing. Aaron Ben Shlomo says, Ray, Cabana was about to lose his job long before Punk arrived, and that is the key point. The cowboy clown went into business for himself, according to Cornette, and was hit by the bull. Was he was going to lose his job? I thought he was going to be given a gimmick with the fucking Dark Order. Like he was, you know, with them. And
you talking about Cabana?
Colt, yeah, Colt.
Bro, he hadn't been on TV forever.
Yeah, that's true. But a lot of
But
guys
then again, you know, whatever. It doesn't really matter. Like, regardless of that, I don't know. I didn't actually hear Nick Hausman's question that he asked. I only heard the response, so I don't even know what he did ask. But, you know... It's funny that you said he's the guy that destroyed AEW, because if he just had not asked that dumbass question, and Nick Hausman, he tries to ask what he thinks are hard-hitting questions and stuff, instead of just reading the room and realizing that he's not going to get the answer that he wants. What did he think Punk was going to say? You know? Where did he think that was going to go, bro?
Here's the thing that pisses me off, and this is a fact. He knew what was going to happen, Nick Hausman. Nick Hausman, you know, people will shit on him. He's not dumb at times. I think that's fair to say.
You would know.
I think Nick knew exactly what he was doing when he was asking that question. Like you said, reading the room, Punk already looked like he didn't want to fucking be there, shoving fucking muffins down his throat. Drinking whatever the goddamn non-alcoholic beverage he was drinking.
He pulled a 6-pack of something out of a plastic bag.
It looked like that shit the Deep drinks on
on the boys.
On the boys. What's that shit he drinks?
I forget. It's a real drink, right?
I think so. Can the chat?
It's God, I know it too.
What is the Deep drink on the boys?
Fresca.
Just a 6-pack of Fresca.
He pulled 6 Frescas out of the bag. Like he was gonna drink all 6 of those, and he just kept taking them out. Dude, you know what? Now that I think about it, CM Punk's my favorite wrestler of all time. I don't even know why I'm hating.
What about when Tony Khan's like, "Oh, can I have one of those?"
Did he?
He did at the end. When Punk is walking, he's like, "Can I have one of those?" I think a muffin or something. Oh, God damn it! What a fucking dude. Somebody left a comment about Cody Rhodes. I think it was Yahimbo. Cody Rhodes comes off like a fucking genius to me. He knew what was happening. And I actually went back to YouTube to watch that original press conference. And I genuinely believe that if they did everything they said they were going to do with pro wrestling and how this was going to be an alternative, this is going to be different. They're going to get a fucking, what do you call it? What do you call it when you have to go to the hospital and you get insurance and all this other shit, and everybody's gonna equal pay and all this other shit? It might have worked, but it can't, Vet. Why? Why couldn't it have worked? Because it's the wrestling business. Wrestling business is this is the way it is. It's fucking, like Ben says, carnies, queers, and whatever, fucking drug addicts. It's what it is. It's the business, dude. Yo, dude, let me tell you something. When I was a kid, and I used to walk around in the back, in the locker room, with my dad and stuff, and he would. These people are terrible. Valentino, his promoter, was just a sleazy fucking guy.
Mm-hmm.
Valentino, check this out. Let me tell you something.
That's more the case than not.
I don't want to speak about the dead much, but I'm going to tell you something about Valentino and how he fucked my dad over. So my father was one of his top draws. My dad and my uncle as a tag team. My uncle, my dad and my uncle actually were given a part in an El Santo movie.
Ooh. My
uncle was the heavy. He didn't have any lines, but he was, like the guy standing back there, and he was the heavy, anyway. My dad was supposed to get a bigger part. My dad ended up just getting thrown out of a ring. But neither here nor there. Valentino didn't, how do I put this? My father could have had a lot more opportunity, but Valentino ended up fucking my dad over and stopping him and saying, well, you can't wrestle there, because if you wrestle there, then, I'm not going to, I'm not going to book you for this show or that show or this, and I'll let this person know that, like, that you can't work here, and my father could have had made a lot more money if my dad was just too fucking loyal and too nice. And I think Valentino took advantage of him. I'm saying a lot and a little at the same time, because again, I hate talking about the dead that way. And Johnny Rods will fucking attest to it, because Johnny was also booked a bunch by Valentino and stuff back in the day when he was, even before he was with, doing stuff with WWF and stuff, WWF at the time. It's just, that's the business, man. The business is fucked up, dude. Yeah. So Cody Rhodes is the smartest guy in the room, because Cody Rhodes, I mean, what do you feel? Do you feel Cody Rhodes legit knew this shit was popping off, and he's like, let me get the fuck out of here? And it was the Young Bucks, and it was Kenny Omega, all these guys that were supposed to be boys with him. Mm-hmm. That I guess they were threatened by the fact that because everybody believed that, I think, Cody Rhodes was the man at AEW, right? Some people even probably believed that he was the owner of AEW. Listen to his song, Kingdom.
Right.
I built my kingdom. Come on.
What I think about Cody is, I think he thought he could do the shit on his own, so he latched on to a group of people that were going to do it, because he couldn't do it fully on his own, and then he tried to get all his shit over, and all of his shit flopped, and then he decided that he'd done everything he could, and he better get out, because he wasn't going to get over. That's what I think happened with Cody. I think he fully went into it believing that he was really going to do something, and yeah, maybe he got tired of all those jokers, like, thinking that they're wrestlers, or maybe he stayed cool with them and they weren't the problem. More it was him going out and shitting the bed by himself every time. But, whatever the case, he decided to move on to greener pastures, except, look who's in charge now.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be interesting to see how that story plays out on the other side.
Bobo brings up this point here, and it's true. This has been going around the dirt sheets or whatever, but CM Punk and Ace Steel will reportedly be among those suspended. They're already suspended, by the way, but they're not going to tell you that yet, or will be fired by the end of today. And this is where the big announcement is coming out tonight, brother.
Okay, maybe not. I don't think so. I don't think he'll announce this stuff on TV. You know what I think will happen is, I think that none of these people will probably get fired, because they're all, like, first of all, no one told those idiots to go into CM Punk's dressing room with Ace Steel. So right off the bat, you got them instigating it. They're just as guilty. Again, allegedly, if this is all true or whatever, but just going off what we heard. So I think everybody should just take a big L in the wallet, big fines all around, and then a stern talking to, like, if this shit ever happens again, maybe there will be firings. You're not going to fire CM Punk. That's not going to happen. You're also not going to fire the Young Bucks. You probably won't even fire Ace Steel, because if Ace Steel goes, CM Punk's going to pull that card of, like, well, then maybe I'll go. And I think that's definitely what Tony doesn't want to happen. So he's going to have to figure out how to make it right with all of them, but I don't think anybody's going anywhere.
Okay.
If you have any other information that leads me to believe that I'm wrong, then please share, even if you don't name names.
I think it's I don't know, man. I I just heard that Tony Khan was, and this is another thing, people think it's a work because Tony Khan was just sitting there and he wasn't really reacting to it. He was in fucking shock, I think. And by the way, I'm gonna make an educated guess based on years of experience of living with somebody who had drug addiction problems. Bro, I think Tony Khan was fucking out of his mind during that press conference.
Maybe. I mean, he can still cut a hell of a promo himself, so I didn't see it, but
terrible.
But yeah, I don't know.
All right, really quick news. Let's get away from this real quick. Backstage information on D'Lo Brown's future with Impact Wrestling. And this is WrestleStink.com. With all the drama hoopla surrounding AEW, CM Punk moment, blah, 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 blah. Let me just, according to PW Insider, former wrestler D'Lo Brown will be departing Impact. No reason was given for Brown's departure, nor was there any indication of future plans. So D'Lo Brown looks like he's leaving Impact Wrestling. I know this affects you both emotionally and physically. So tell me about that, brother.
Well, I'm happy for D'Lo Brown because he's probably going back to the WWE.
He probably will.
Because I'm sure they're looking around at Petey Williams in a suit agenting people's matches and like, something's wrong here. D'Lo Brown's over there and Petey Williams is here. Let's flip-flop this. It's shit like that. It's just my thoughts on it, though. I can't see them taking those ex-TNA guys seriously over in WWE, and it's just a matter of time before they're all gone.
Mm-hmm. Chris Cyborg is looking to get into pro wrestling.
Still
excited about that, right? Wasn't she supposed to do that like 10 years ago?
Like way longer ago than back when she was actually being talked about.
I mean, Chris Cyborg is, I want her to be tested every day for anabolic steroids.
She'll fail every day.
Just really quickly, over the weekend, Vet, I don't know if you gave an opinion of this. What did you think of the wrestling weekend, like as a whole?
It was a good weekend for fans. It was a bad weekend for me because there's just too much wrestling, too much sports in general. I think college football was going on, and just like there's so much shit going on. And tennis, like, for sports fans, they wouldn't even be able to see it all. But as far as like, I thought Clash at the Castle, they put on a really nice show. It felt like a big event.
It did.
As opposed to some other bullshit. In the McMahon era, when they would do like a big thing, like a crown jewel or whatever, sometimes they have some good matches and stuff, but it just felt like they rushed through everything and were just like, okay, whatever, that match is over, next match. And this one, everything felt like a big deal. Like even the matches that weren't, even Liv Morgan versus Shayna Baszler kind of felt like a big deal.
Which was the worst match of the night, in my
and it was, that's why it was in the middle of the card. But still, overall, I liked how they put the event on. All Out was pretty long. There were some matches that didn't have to be on there.
5 or 6 hours. It was crazy.
The main show was like 4 hours.
It started at 7, and that shit went off the air just after midnight.
I didn't watch the. If you count the 0 hour thing, it was like 5 hours. But, there was some okay stuff on there, but a lot of stuff did not need to be on there. But the people that you'd expect to have good matches, they did have, they had good matches. So there's a couple things in there that fans would like. And then, what else happened this weekend? There was,
well, of course,
Worlds Collide.
We're going to talk about that. You can hold
we'll
off
talk
on
about that. So, yeah, overall.
I want to read this little comment by Liz. She says, hit everybody in the pocket, hit everyone in the pocket, and tell them this is not happening again. If TK can't handle that, he needs one of the actual veterans like Arn, Sting, Mark Henry starts busting. Here's the thing, and this is what I don't understand, and I never got it. because I thought that bringing in people like Tully Blanchard and Arn Anderson, Sting, and guys like Mark Henry and Big Show, those were going to be the guys to kind of, hold back the stupid young talent from doing stupid young talent things. Bro, it's not working out that way, Vet.
Mark Henry specifically has talked about in public how his job is to be like kind of, he didn't say this, so don't anybody say that I said Mark Henry said this, but
right.
just what I interpret it as essentially is that Mark Henry is there to kind of be the Undertaker.
Right. Yeah.
And if that is indeed the case, then Mark, you're not being the Undertaker, Mark.
He's not doing his job.
Yeah.
Unless it's one of these situations.
Don't make them bring the real Undertaker in there and call him like the Gravedigger or something like that. No, it can't be that because that's a monster truck. You would have to be the Mortician.
The Mortician, yeah, that joke's been made many times. The Mortician is all elite. The thing is that I could see Mark Henry. Like, why does he need the headache? He's getting paid. He's paid his dues. He's done everything in the business.
I would agree with you if he did not specifically state that that's
allegedly.
What his job was.
Allegedly, I don't want Mark Henry kicking.
Well, no, he did. I forget how he described it, but he did say that he's there to be the kind of like the presence, the older brother presence, the veteran presence to kind of like make sure that people kind of get along and do stuff or whatever, which I just equate that to Undertaker locker room leader. I make that connection. But he did say that. He did say that. He didn't say he was the Undertaker, but I mean, he did say that was part of his job description. So yes, Arn Anderson, if they're not paying you to do that, if they're just paying you to walk out with people that are related to Dusty Rhodes, then okay, then you shouldn't jump in the middle of this. Or Tully Blanchard really don't give a fuck, so he ain't gonna jump in the middle of this. Or
why should
even guys like Jerry Lynn or whatever, probably like whatever, Dean Malenko, whatever. Like they don't care. But if Mark Henry's supposed to be that guy, then yeah, he should be that guy.
I'm gonna read this.
Tighten the screws. Mark Henry is there to tighten the screws. Thanks, Bobo. That's one of the words that he used.
And we'll end with this. Do you imagine these kids in the locker room with New Jack?
I'd like to imagine that.
I would fucking love, God rest New Jack's soul, have the Young Bucks try to step up to him.
Well, they know better than that.
Or have the butterfly cowboy try some cowboy shit with this dude. This dude stabbed a fan in the ring, dude.
Now, in fairness to Hangman Page, I would not get advice from New Jack. But I would try to be his friend, for the record.
I would. I have friends like New Jack, and they're crazy.
I learned the phrase "justifiable homicide" from New Jack.
New Jack was 1 in a million, brother. 1 in a million. All right, let's jump into this. So let's end this off the 3 count with a quick little review of NXT Worlds Collide, and I have the match list here. I also have times. It's amazing. I have everything here. We kicked off the show with Carmelo Hayes defeating Ricochet by pinfall. NXT North American Championship match. That match went 15-57. So, but first I got to say, I love the fact that they were only 5 matches on the card, which is great. You had a nice, solid, compact 2-hour pay-per-view. What did you think of the way they kicked the show off with this type of match? And what did you think of this match?
Fuck. Well, it's hard to follow something like this. So, but where else do you put it? Right? It's not going to be the main event. Maybe you want this as far from the main event as possible, actually. But I thought it was good. Of course, they did exactly what I said they shouldn't do, which is beat Ricochet. I know they gave him an out, but I don't like it. And when you see a guy like Ricochet, he's so far above everything that they have down there. Even when you look at guys like, Axiom and Nathan Fraser, we'll talk about later. Like, you see Ricochet, you understand what the difference is between main event and guys in developmental.
Yes.
Because everything he does is great. So when I see a guy like Ricochet, the first thing I think is, a lot of people think, oh, he does too much. And I would agree. But the thing is, if I'm a promoter or whatever, I can tell Ricochet what I want him to do. And I'll know that he'll be able to do it because he's skilled enough to do it. Whatever I need from him, whenever I need from him, he can pull it off. If I say, Rick, I want you to go out there and wrestle this guy, he'll be like, okay. And he can chain wrestle somebody into the ground. If I say, Rick, I want you to fight this guy. Bro, Ricochet throws a great punch. He looks like he's fighting you when he does, on the rare occasions he does decide to throw hands. And of course we know he can do the acrobatic stuff. So
I'm doing this for Aaron Ben Shlomo. He wants me to get out of the way of this picture.
Oh, yes, well, it's understandable. Anyway, so that's what I thought of the match. I didn't like the finish, but what are you going to do? What about you?
Oh, I love the match. I thought it was a really hot way to start. A really hot way to start off the pay-per-view. Got me excited. And I agree with you 1,000%. Ricochet just looks like a fucking star. Like you said, like you can tell somebody who's been up in the main roster, held the championship. Everything he does, like you said, is really. I can't add anything more than just
the presentation, the ring gear. Like
everything.
His ring gear is always excellent, and it's an homage to something. I don't know exactly what he was supposed to be dressing like there, but I'm sure it's some anime or comic book related thing.
The only thing Ricochet doesn't have is the ability to speak. Like he always, I don't know, Vet. I think
Ricochet can be an aw shucks babyface. But you can't really make him a heel, and you can't try to make him a cool sounding badass babyface. He's got to be like the I'm gonna give it my best shot type guy. With a little just the little dash of urbanness, just like he has a little dash. Ricochet, that's the other thing too. It's like he's marketable because he's handsome. He's that kind of non-threatening that it's okay if you let your white daughter date him. Like that's the kind of guy you hope she brings home, right? You know what I mean? Like that's what I'm talking about. I'm not as big a fan of his like big poofy beard. Like I like him. I like a Ricochet beard. It's okay, but I like my Ricochet like a little bit trimmed closer. You know what I mean? I just think that looks better on him. But
I think the best thing that ever happened to Ricochet was Vince McMahon leaving the WWE.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, that kid does have there's some brightness going on there, and I'm excited to see, Rick. Like Prince Puma, when I was watching him on Lucha Underground, bro, the shit that he would do, unbelievable. And you're right, man. And here's the thing, Carmelo Hayes, I think, is a very talented young in-ring, wrestler. But you could even tell that he was a step or two behind Ricochet. I don't know if it was conditioning or just, I would ask you, Vet, was it conditioning or was it just in-ring skill? Like, or his time in the ring and,
Yeah, I think it's time. It's a little bit of all that. I mean, he's just a tier below. You know what I mean? Like he's just a tier below. He was not off his game. You know what I mean? But Ricochet's game is so high that Carmelo gets exposed a little bit. But it doesn't matter. Like that's not something that I think the average person sees. I think they just see a good match and then they're happy with that. You and I look at things a little bit closer and we can see past some of those surface level things and we can see what's really going on there. So, but I don't think Carmelo Hayes was, off a step for him. I think that's his step that he's always on. If anything, he may have tried to elevate a little bit to reach Ricochet's level, but no one really can do that.
And listen, again, I will put over Trick Williams. He is fantastic at what he does, and I think he does a really good job in his role. Do you disagree?
Wait, now who is this again?
Trick
Williams. Yeah. Trick Williams. He gets what he's there to do, and really that's why I said if they try to break these guys up, it's going to be poison for one or both of them.
And I'm going to tell you why I think they're going to start breaking them up as we review NXT 2.0 this week. I think there's something coming, and we'll talk about that later. This is just an opinion. I have no factual as to who I think, let's just say, Carmelo Hayes' surprise opponent is going to be.
Okay.
So, I was really happy with this match. And it went 15 minutes and 34 seconds. We had the Fatal 4-Way Tag Team Elimination match to unify the NXT Championship and the UK Tag Team Championship. We had Pretty Deadly. We had the Creed Brothers. We had Brooks and Jensen. And, of course, we had the Terrible Gallus. And
remember that we saw Roderick Strong get laid. He was bloody in the parking lot before this. So we had people checking on him and...
All I have is the matches, so if there's anything I missed, just throw it in there. Yes.
Right.
You guys know that I am a huge fan of Pretty Deadly.
Yes, boy!
And I said to myself, man, these are the guys that they need to put the belts on. I was in a chat with the professor, Chabelo Veracruz, and the incomparable Tommy Wonder. And Professor's more of a fan of the Creed Brothers, but me and Tommy seem to have a very like-minded mind, I guess you would say, where when it comes to Pretty Deadly, those guys are so fucking entertaining. They look like they're getting a little bigger too. Am I off there, Bet?
Maybe.
Not necessarily tiny. They're not huge guys, but I think for their gimmick, I think it fits well. They're so 80s, 90s. You know, that androgynous? Is that the
Well, we know they're men.
Not androgynous, but what is it? What's the word where you don't know if they're gay or straight?
Well, yeah, androgynous means more like we
Not
don't know if it's a
androgynous.
man or a woman, but
Not androgynous. What's the word? There was a term for it back in the 2000s. Metro. I guess you would say, like metrosexual. You know, you don't know.
Yeah, metrosexual is usually used to describe straight guys that just took to grooming.
Yeah. Well, these guys are flamboyant. I'll throw it that way.
A little bit.
Super flamboyant. I love the way they sell Vet. Like I love the little things they do in the ring. Everything, like even you know, you'll have one Elton Prince just like when the baby face is upset, he's like, ooh, you know, he does the whole Scott Hall thing, which fucking they're great. I thought this was a really fun match, except for Gallus. I know what you're talking about now, Vet.
He's starting to get it.
Yeah, I got it big time. Brooks and Jensen are growing on me, even though they were the first eliminated, if I'm correct, off the top of my head, because all I have is the matches and the.
Yep.
I love this match. I think Pretty Deadly. That was the perfect choice to move forward with these guys as the Unified Tag Team Champions, and I think those guys are main roster bound within a year. I've been telling you that. So, what do you think?
Could be. So, one of the things I have in my notes here is that, you know, in a match with six other, well, I wrote the word brutes because that's kind of what these guys were. They're all like just big brawling brutes, basically. And not the SmackDown ones, but these guys, they're all like, five brutes and one Brutus, right? So you got all these big dudes, right? And when Pretty Deadly is beating the shit out of these guys, it looks very convincing. Like, they don't look like, they're not playing like the pansy type, you know, oh, I'm a fancy guy, I don't want to touch you in a wrestling match. Like, when they get in there and start throwing a beating on these guys, it looks believable. It looks like they're really mad. It looks like they're really trying to hurt these guys, and it looks like they really are hurting these guys. So not only are they great at selling, but they're great at selling their own offense of like, yeah, we're not playing around. We're going to fucking kick the shit out of you.
Ooh, did you like the spot when Gallus was in the ring with them, and then they had the little fat Gallus on the apron, and they turn around, they're like, oh, no, you know, and then they look at Gallus, and they're scared, but they're like, fuck it. And they just get in there and they just start throwing punches. I was like, all right, I like that. That was cool. They are British. Aaron Ben Shlomo, they are British. Yes. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Yes, boy.
Yes, boy. So
they are British.
Yeah, but and then, you know, so basically, they did a weird thing for the finish here, where like after some of the teams get eliminated, because first it's Mark Coffey pins Brooks, and then the country duo are out. Then Julius pins Wolfgang after a Doomsday Cannonball. What did you think of the Doomsday Cannonball? It's a safer way to land.
I was going to tell you that's exactly because he was going to do it on the outside again, and I was like, oh no. But it was the threat. What does Rip Rogers say? The threat of violence.
Threat of violence is sometimes more important. Yeah.
Because I had myself like, oh, please don't do this to yourself. So that was cool. Why not?
Right. And then, but then, so the finish is like, okay, we get, like, I guess, the Country Duo and Gallus come back out to the ring because they're fighting, and they've got like a mob of security. Old Hank is there, and they all like run down to the ring, and the referee has like slid out of the ring because somebody's getting pinned close to the ropes, and he has to act like the only way he can count it is to go outside the ring to see the guy's shoulders. But it's really just so the spot can happen. So the spot is an entire group of like 10 guys comes and smashes the referee, like mosh pit style, up against the ring, playing the part of the stage here, if you will. And then he's out. And then, you know, that's how Kemp gets in the ring. Damon Kemp jumps in the ring with a chair, acts like he's going to help. And then he whacks Julius, and then Pretty Deadly pins him. They're looking at Damon Kemp like, what? All right, well, whatever. And then they are the unified NXT tag team champions. And there you have it. But I did think that the spot was weird with the ref. It was kind of funny, though, like you said.
It worked. It worked. Yeah. So far, Vet, I like the first two matches of this show. Now we move into the middle of the show. We have Mandy Rose.
Now wait. Just one right before this, we have Tony D and Stax are eating biscotti and espresso at this little table.
I like biscotti.
And then Cameron, that's delicious. And then Cameron Grimes comes over.
Cameron Grimes!
And they're like, hey, that's it. Okay. They talk to him. Okay.
Mandy Rose, the NXT champ. So we got a triple threat match to unify the NXT Women's Championship.
Mandy's driving. She's like on her way to the arena. Like, I'm late for my match.
Well,
I'm driving late while the other girls are walking to the ring for their entrance, and she's in the car. Good thing they had a camera there to shoot her in her car, right? Hey, go all the way to Mandy's house in case she's late, and then film her driving here if she's late.
She can do no wrong. So we have Mandy Rose, Blair Davenport, and you know how I usually make fun of the Chinese karate wrestlers from Korea?
Mm-hmm.
But this woman has quickly gained my respect. I really like Meiko Satomura. I will say her name with reverence. What a fucking good wrestler that woman is. God damn, she is so fucking good. And even though English isn't her first language and she speaks with that thick accent, well, goddamn, everything she says fucking means something to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I could see her being the final boss. I love that. Mm-hmm. She has a presence about her when she walks to the ring, when she stands in the ring. I mean, she is just fucking, bro, she is as close to flawless in my humble opinion. And you know, it's probably not worth a hill of beans, but that woman is incredible. And I am a huge, and she's only 42. She's been wrestling for 27 years, if I'm correct, since 1995, where she made her debut over here. I think, what was it, WCW or whatever?
Well, if she was in WCW, that wasn't a debut. So
no, it wasn't her American debut. I'm sorry, her American debut. She was wrestling. She is just so good, man. Now, I want to ask you about Blair Davenport.
Okay.
What do you think about this young girl in this match with these two wily veterans?
In this match, what I've seen of her before, I'm not really that into her.
She's all right.
She's got something. She's got something. She's got the kind of like the it part, but her her work and her promos not necessarily the greatest, but she can learn those things.
She has a look.
Mm-hmm.
She has charisma.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. I think she's pretty basic.
She has Will Ospreay.
Oh, that's Will Ospreay's. Yeah,
I think they're still a thing.
Okay, well, not for long. This was a goddamn solid match, man. I did not expect Mandy Rose. I thought they were going to put the belt on Blair Davenport. Mandy Rose goes over. She is the fucking woman. Bro, how far has Mandy Rose come in your book? Like when it comes to as a wrestler?
Well, I remember, like many years ago, going to an NXT live event and seeing Mandy Rose. So in some ways, nothing's changed. And there was a drunk guy in the audience that was just singing songs about Mandy the whole time. But no, I mean, Mandy Rose came from Tough Enough, one of the last iterations of it.
Yeah.
And, a lot of those don't work out, right? In fact, more losers have gone on to greater things from Tough Enough, guys like The Miz and stuff like that, than anybody that ever won it.
Sure.
So, Mandy didn't win, but she
did not.
Certainly would get a contract, and she's just been, like, she survived so much, having to play the games, like those... The tests, like Ben Hameen likes to talk about, right? Constant testing, the Otis thing. And I strongly believe, and I don't have any inside info on this, but just me being who I am, knowing what I know, seeing what I see, I firmly believe they put her with Otis as a rib, and rather than be like, complain about it or get grossed out by it or whatever, she actually just dove in head first, became friends with Otis for a shoot.
Yep.
And they got along. And whoever's idea of a prank that was didn't like it. So she got busted and sent down to NXT. Like, all right, fuck you then, bitch. I think that's basically how she ended up here. And then look what she did here. She's made the most of it again. So whatever we know about Mandy, besides being beautiful, besides being good in the ring, we know that she's got to have a great attitude.
Yeah.
And she's got to have the patience of a saint to have to deal with all these carny fucks.
She's
trying to jerk her around just because she wouldn't bang them. You know what I mean?
She's a fucking pro.
So good for her. I'm proud of Mandy.
Hey, Vet.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can get this thing going.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the chat, we have the one, the only, ladies and gentlemen, Billy Ray Valentine.
That's right.
He's
Techno
coming
World
all the
Wrestling
way.
Champion himself.
Coming to us from the fringiest of the infinite spaces, Billy Ray Valentine. He writes, "Hey!" That's it. It's always a pleasure when Billy Ray Valentine joins us.
Mm-hmm.
I am humbled by his presence. He's a beautiful person. All right, I'll take his comment down now. So Mandy Rose is fucking awesome. Did you like the fact that they put the belt on her, both belts on her?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, that works for me too. All right, so now, and probably, I mean, it was a good match. I don't know if it was my favorite match. It wasn't my lead. It was just like, it was meh. But we have the K Sounds versus Dewdrop and Nikki. And the K Sounds, they win. Do you know, is Dewdrop and Nikki, are they going to stay in NXT? Is this like what they're doing now? Like,
I don't know.
Interesting.
I think they just wanted to give them something to do, because weren't they on Raw?
They were.
I mean, but weren't they on Raw this Monday, or am I thinking of the week before?
I didn't watch Raw Monday.
It's hard to. Or did you?
It was too much wrestling, huh?
Or did you, huh? You just want us to think you didn't.
Oh, shut up.
All right. So, yeah, I don't know, but they don't look. if I had to guess based on faces and body language, they're not happy about something. I don't know why Nikki's still doing this superhero gimmick. It doesn't even make sense. She could have been almost a super villain at this point because she's a heel.
I was gonna say she's not really a superhero. She's almost a superhero.
Yeah, she's almost one. How long is it going to be almost? Or when are we just going to drop this whole bullshit altogether? When are we going to drop the whole dude drop thing? That's never going to get over, and everybody knows it.
Droop.
And when you see, like, when they do their team entrance or whatever, they're like, I don't know if you noticed this, but they're just like slightly off. Like on
when they're giving the high fives or the chest bump.
The chest bump. Like there was one where like one of them, they were supposed to do a thing where they like pose back to back, you know? And then one of them did, and then the other one didn't. And then when the other one started to do it, the other one already moved on. And it was just like, they couldn't even get their shit straight. So I don't know if they're happy tagging together. I don't know if they're just unhappy with their situation in general. I don't know what, but, you know, I this match was what it was. Oh, and I just have one thing to say to Wes Lee, because Mackenzie did an interview with him before this. And they were talking about JD McDonough because they had a match on this episode of NXT that we're going to talk about. But he said, if JD wants to get weird, let's get weird. And I'm like, don't steal Dirty Dango's catchphrase, buddy.
Yeah, don't do that.
Already, yeah, that's taken. So, anyway. Yeah, and then we get...
So we got the K-Sounds versus... okay. What did you think of this match as we have the champions defend?
I didn't think of it.
I didn't think of it either.
Yeah, Toxic Attraction does a run-in with music. They're like, hey, we're about to run down there and interrupt this match. Hit our music. So,
when is Fred Rozier coming back to the States? Isn't he like a never open weight champion or something over there in Japan?
Fred Rosser?
Yeah, Rosser. I was calling Rozier.
He lives in the United States. He works in New Japan in the United States on New Japan Strong.
Oh.
He hasn't ever actually been in a New Japan ring in Japan.
He's going to Japan. He's going to live there. You don't think so?
That guy's a bum. You know that?
Why do you think he's a bum?
He's
or do you know he's a bum?
He's still so bad at wrestling. He's so bad. He messes everything up in every match. I don't know how he's made it this far, other than he does kind of look like the Black John Cena, as he said.
When he first came up, I was taken aback how much he looked like fucking John Cena. So that's why he had to change up his look, man. Anyway.
Yeah, he shaved the afro. Now he's just another bald wrestler.
Tanahashi's still my guy. Always will be. The John Cena of Chinese karate wrestling from Japan, from Korea, wherever. All right, so I didn't give a fuck about this match. Let's jump to the main event. We had Braun Breaker. He defeated Tyler Bate for the NXT Unified Championship. 17 minutes, 11 seconds. And by the way, the match before that only got 10 minutes. Every other match was 13, 15 minutes. This one had 17 minutes. I think this is the longest match of the night. Let me see. Let me make sure. Yeah, the main event got the longest. It's the longest match of the night. 17 minutes, 11 seconds. I gotta say, man, I fucking really like this match. But I was interested to see what you had to say regarding the strong boy, whatever the fuck he calls himself, Tyler Bate, who, as tiny as he is, I could see him being strong. You know, with those big ass fucking legs. Strong kid, man. He did some shit that I was like, oh wow. Don't remember many dives. Don't remember many high spots. Just two guys wrestling. Much like Sheamus and Gunther. Which, let me just put this out there to you guys. Something. If you're watching a match and Walter or Gunther, whatever you want to call him, you always find yourself saying, man, that was a great fucking match. Him, Ilya Dragunov, him against Tyler Bate. I think the equating factor is the fact that I think Gunther just makes every match better.
Yes, he's one of the best. He's absolutely one of the best. You've seen it now.
Fucking great.
How many times? Can you imagine? Dude, I think, and I don't know how they do it. If it was me, I don't know how to do it, but hey, calm yourself.
Sorry.
I could figure out how to do it if I had enough time, but I'm just thinking, like, if somebody's gonna end the Roman Reigns thing, it's got to be him.
It's gonna be Cody.
It's got I know that's what a lot of people's pick would be. Not me though. I wouldn't do it.
You can have Cody win and have Gunther chase.
I'd rather it the other way around.
Bro,
and then I'd have Gunther beat the shit out of Cody several times while he never beats Gunther. That's what I would do. But yeah, dude, I would do that with him. But you know, that would be a brave man's decision.
Hold on.
They'll take the coward's way out.
Breaking news. All right, so there's some breaking news here. Apparently, CM Punk is hurt again. They have two different reports. One is saying that he actually tore his pectoral muscle,
punching Matt Jackson.
I don't know. And then there's another one saying that he really badly injured his shoulder. So
punching Matt Jackson,
probably. So either way, bro, just let this guy go. He's not worth keeping.
No, he's totally worth. He's the only thing worth keeping, bro.
No. Bro, you got fucking Bryan Danielson sitting right there.
Well, they didn't do it with him either.
Like, god damn it, man.
They don't know how to get it done with him.
Bryan fucking Danielson, bro. That dude is the fucking man.
I know, but
here's the funny thing. Out of that whole fucking faction, he's the only guy without a championship belt. What? The fuck out of here.
It's just
Jesus.
Can you trust them to? Because I think Punk's booking himself, and I don't think Danielson is. I think Danielson goes along to get along, and he may have a suggestion here or there. That's why he's in the spot he's in, because he doesn't have that ego, so he's not gonna say, "Hey, how about I be the guy?" That's just not how he does it. He doesn't work that way.
Oof.
Well, that's obviously a joke, but you're right. There's no way he's going to end Roman Reigns' streak. I know he's not. I'm just saying if I was doing it, I'd figure out a way.
You know,
but anyway,
Tony Khan gets this. We haven't done this in a while. It's not going to work.
I say dummy. Dummy. Yeah.
I always save that button just in case. It's been a while.
Danielson got submitted by Garcia. I highly doubt he planned. I highly doubt he didn't plan that. Who the fuck in their right mind would put Daniel Garcia over Bryan Danielson unless Bryan Danielson's like, I'm trying to get the kid over. That's the kind of guy he is. He's just a super nice guy, and he thinks he's helping. Even when it's hurting. That hurt Daniel Garcia and set him back way more than it helped him. But Danielson doesn't get it either, I guess. I don't know.
So what did you think of this match?
The match, I don't give a fuck about this match. This match.
You really didn't like this match?
I don't like Tyler Bate, and I never have. And you remember what I said about? I thought it was putting Junior in a bad position to have him against guys like this, where people are just ready to see him lose. Well, they weren't as on Tyler Bate's side as I thought they were going to be, but they still were. A lot of people were on his side to the point that when Braun eventually went over, I looked up at the crowd and I saw like a couple of guys immediately heading for the exit. Like, fuck this, you know? So, yeah. But as for the match itself, this was a Tyler Bate match. I don't enjoy his matches or him.
Well, you know, they actually interviewed one of the people that walked out as soon as the match was over, and he said,
I'm serious. I'm not going to sit back and take this fucking shit.
So, thank you, William Alcia, for getting me that soundbite. All right, so all in all, Bet, what did you think of the show, the pay-per-view?
All in all, I'd not have had to watch it.
Really?
Yep.
Why not, Bet?
Just didn't like it.
You know what? I'm going to actually take this call. This is... Hold on. Hello, is this Ryan K. Bowman?
It is.
Right.
How are you doing?
I'm doing well. We are actually live on air here at Hami.
Really?
Yes, we are. For those who don't know, Brian, is this okay that if I mention who you are?
I'd be honored by that. Thank you.
Actually, Vet, this guy is an incredible wrestling journalist, I will say. And he's a good friend of mine. Ryan K. Bowman, why don't you tell the people who you are and just say hello to the fans here at Hami Media Group. We are here at the Next Level Wrestling Review. Ryan, introduce yourself, sir.
Well, the only reason I'm famous is because I know Ben Hameen. That's why. That's the only reason. That's the guy that put me on the map.
He is the man. He is the man that helped put you on the
Ben
map.
Hameen, what are you doing, brother?
Ben Hameen's not here. We're actually here with we're actually, my co-host is a Rip Rogers guy. This is the Vet, Jamie Williams.
Oh, okay, yeah. So Rip was at OVW.
Yeah,
with the guy.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Good people, man. How you been, man?
Been doing well. So I heard you got some breaking news regarding the CM Punk stuff. Let's go. What do we got?
Well, it looks like a mess backstage to me. I mean, I'm sorry, Ray. I mean, look, I put a lot of faith in Tony when he launched AEW, but I hire a wrestling guy. He needs a Dutch Mantel. He needs a Jeff Jarrett or somebody that knows the business. And I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be rude. He seems like he has the best intentions, but he has no control over what's going on right now. You need a booker. And I mean, hey, if he's got an extra $1 million, I'll come do it for him.
Oh shit!
But you know, I mean, it's just he doesn't have any control of the company. I had big high hopes for them 3 years ago, but now it just looks like it looks like the inmates are running the asylum now.
Oh, that's self-evident. Hey, Ryan, I gotta let you go here because we're in the middle of a show, but I'm gonna call you when I'm done with the show, like around 1:30. Hey, just put over your stuff real quick.
Oh, hey, man, I was calling you because I was wanting to, kick it old school like we used to. But you can always find me on Facebook at Ryan K. Bowman. That's Boman, the way we spell it the right way, or on Twitter at Ryan K. Bowman. And as always, please follow my brother, Big Ray, because that's the man.
Oh, I appreciate you, bro. I'm going to give you a call after I'm done with the show, all right, my friend?
You got it, bro.
All right, God bless, bro. We'll talk soon.
Bye.
Peace out. Sorry, Vet.
Holy fucking shit. Well, that was 3 minutes of dead air.
Yes.
What do you say we jump into the NXT review?
Hold on 1 second. I had this fucking set up. God damn it. Let's do this. Where is it? Come on. Why are you not playing? Oh, God damn it. NXT 2.0. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is NXT 2.0. It is the fallout from Worlds Collide 2022. But I'm so sorry I put you through that. It's just the brother's been trying to call me, and I thought he had some inside shit. That didn't come through the way I thought it might. Next time I'll just reject.
So, Yojimbo says, do Solo Sikoa's theme, because we didn't really even talk about this, but all of a sudden this guy that supposedly had a bunch of CL injuries shows up at Clash at the Castle to help out the Big Oos. So I guess we're done seeing Solo Sikoa. I guess that trip to SmackDown where he got jumped by the Ridge, who was just waiting in a corner for 6 hours for him to show up. I guess that was a fruitful a trip.
You know what? Fair enough. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, as we stand by the streetlights, it is time to review NXT 2.0. Oh yeah,
that is a really good theme. It
I was just thinking that. I was like,
it doesn't come across on TV. Like, it doesn't play good in the arena, but
fuck,
when you just hear it, it's pretty good.
No more Solo. That's right, Colin. No more Solo. Now he's got his family. Oos. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know, bro.
Now he's multiple Soooooo.
Yo, that fire, Ray. What's fire?
Yeah.
The theme?
Yo Jimbo is the one putting that theme over like a
Bro, the theme is good. Yeah. Oh.
All right.
This is when he's getting charged by the street lamp. All right, so
so Tyler Bate, though, the opposite of Solo Sikoa. Tyler Bate's in the ring. He gets interrupted by Gallus, who have their own security with them. I guess that just their security detail follows them around, and as soon as they get ready to jump Tyler Bate, they punch out all the security guards, and then they jump on Tyler and start beating him up, and then Junior comes out and he saves his new best friend that he had a match with, and then he challenges Gallus to a tag team match later. So, how bored were you by this segment on a scale of 1 to 10? 1 being very excited and awake and into it, and 10 being it's Gallus.
12.
Okay. So
I really like that.
You actually, had a nap, stretched, got something to eat, cup of coffee, watched this, and immediately fell back asleep.
I was on the train. Leave it
Okay.
like that. I was more worried about somebody who was lighting a cigarette at the end of the other cart, where he's going to stab that woman that he was sitting across from. She got up and sat closer to me for some reason. I'm. By the way, I'm done, folks, defending people on the streets of New York. I'm done smacking cigarettes out of people's hands. I'm done voicing my displeasure with certain people acting like assholes. I just sit there and I just say, I don't give a fuck. I'm done.
You're just gonna let these people get new jacked on the...
I don't give a fuck. Unless a woman is physically being attacked in front of me, or a child, I am not getting involved. You're a man, fight your own battles. I ain't doing this shit no more.
So what you're saying is, if you were here, if this was the subway, and then Tyler Bate got on,
right,
the big strong boy, and then Gallus got on, and they all just started beating the shit out of him.
Not my problem.
And Braun Breaker was like outside, like they already closed the subway doors and he can't get in. And...
Not my problem.
Okay.
Not my problem. I would continue drinking my sparkling ice and watching NXT on my phone.
What
I don't give a shit.
Sparkling ice?
I think I had what I had yesterday. I had lime, cherry lime.
Oh, that's a good one.
That is a good. You like sparkling ice?
I don't drink it very much, but it's
I like the grape. It's not grape. Raspberry. The raspberry.
Yeah, it's like a raspberry, right?
But it tastes like grape soda. It's so good.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Shout out to Sparkling Ice. Not sponsored. Anyway,
good shit.
Here's something I know that you will like. Pretty Deadly admiring their new championship belts. And then, so they got all 4 of them laid out there. And then Lash comes in and says that, people online were saying that, they only won because the Damon Kemp.
I got to pull something up, but go ahead, brother. Keep going with that.
Oh, that's it. I mean, that's the segment here. And then we go to Toxic Attraction making their way to the ring, but...
I posted
yeah,
something.
What do you think of the pairing of Lash with Pretty Deadly?
I like it. It gives her something to do. She's annoying just like them. She's a fashionista. I think it actually works. Some people may now let's call the elephant in the room. She is African American and they are both Caucasian men.
Oh, I was gonna say we didn't get to Dewdrop yet. Fuck, that's so low hanging fruit. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Dewdrop. Nah, dude. I thought it was great. I love their pairing. I really do. I think they're it works. It just fucking works. So
Okay. This is
Yes.
the only elephant in the room.
The elephant in the room is that, people are going to be like, well, oh, it's Gary.
Yeah.
Fucking Gary.
I apologize.
I goddamn love Gary.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to. Let me see if I can pull this. Hey, there we go. I was waiting for this. All right, so I posted this yesterday on Facebook. I wanted to share this with you. I don't know if you've seen this. Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. But what do you think of this meme? That's me.
Yes. I did see that.
That is wonderful. Those guys. Did you notice the location of the banana? Did you get it?
There's no accidents here.
No, there's nothing here is an accident. Now, why are the strawberries surrounded by the bananas?
Yeah, I mean, only these guys know.
They are fucking incredible. I love these guys. They're great. Anyway.
Yeah. So we get a digital exclusive.
Oh no.
Next of Meiko Satomura meeting Roxanne Perez and then being very respectful to one another.
Hey.
And then she also meets Cora Jade, who's a little less respectful.
She wasn't very nice.
Yeah, and then Cora's like, "Well, let's fight about it or whatever," and she's like, "Well, I can't."
She's like, "Yo, suck my dick," she said.
Yeah,
like kids say nowadays.
essentially,
Suck
she
my
said
dick,
that.
yo.
Because she's already got a match with the very respectful Roxanne Perez, so we're gonna get Roxy versus Meiko. Now, what did you think? Like, as you're watching this, what did you think when you heard, "Oh, we're getting Roxy versus Meiko tonight"?
I was actually excited about it. To be honest, I said, "Man, this is great. You're gonna have this incredible legend, goddamn legend, in professional wrestling, with a young lady who has an incredible future." And I want to see how these girls are going to wrestle in the ring. I want to see what they do, in the ring, how Meiko puts her over, because that's what I thought was going to happen. Win or lose, it doesn't matter, because that young lady comes out winning, being in the ring with such a legend. So I was pretty excited about it. What about you?
Same. I mean, I want to see this.
Yeah, man.
Here's what I didn't want to see, though.
Oh,
well,
shit.
not really. Here's Dewdrop and Nikki versus Toxic Attraction. So you got heel versus heel. We don't know what the Scottish team is really even doing here. There was no reason for them to be brought in. They're just randomly here. They end up winning this match. But in this match, what I noticed was Reptilian Britt Baker was just extra annoying the entire time.
Extra Reptilian.
And she also kicked Piper in the fucking nose. So
was that the spot?
And the shits.
I'm sorry. Was that the spot where Piper Neville was running outside on the outside the ring and she got the up kick?
No, it was
on the apron.
I think it was when Piper was going for a pin on Gigi.
That's Dewdrop, by the way, guys.
Yeah, Piper's going for a pin on Gigi. I can't say this Dewdrop shit anymore. Like, it's just stupid.
This popped me right here. Hold on. Where is it? There it is. It's just the garbage emoji.
Garbage, yeah. She kicked. Yeah, so she's pinning Gigi, and then RBB runs up and just kicks her right in the nose. So
Jesus. I must have missed that one.
They even did a replay after the match was over, like showing you, oh, here's where she got kicked in the nose.
I didn't pay attention to that.
It's all right.
Again, the guy at that time, the guy was probably, I think he was shooting heroin.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, so I was watching that.
Yeah, that's entertaining itself. But yeah, do you have anything else to add to this match?
Oh God, no. Hey, we haven't seen Sonic the Hedge Rat. What's up, Sonic? He's on Twitch. Wow, it's old school.
Sonic is a busy man. He's busy Sonic. Doing Sonic things.
Sonic's a cool thing. Cool guy.
Yeah.
Is Sonic a thing or an animal or a person?
Well, he is a person.
Right.
The video game character is a hedgehog.
Right. Hedge rat, though.
And a video game. So he's not even really an animal. Apollo Crew's vision is blurred because of
That shit made me laugh.
A certain eye poke from a certain someone named
Grayson Waller.
So is this how they get out of doing those vignettes where he sees the future?
He can't see the future no more because he has a scratched cornea. Bro, that shit made me laugh. I was like, look at this digitally enhanced eye that he slapped on him. Oh, stop. Would you? Oh, I don't have that fucking soundbite, do I? Oh, God, it's got to be here somewhere. Come on, get it. I don't know where I put it. Anyway, I was watching this and I was like, and he's like looking into the fucking, and it's blurry and shit.
Off into the ocean.
Dumb fucking dicks. That was dumb.
Yeah. Well, next is the promised JD McDonough versus Wes Lee match. Another kick to the face here, but he didn't bust JD open with it. He just must have kicked him in the teeth or something.
Into the previous segment.
Will you stop?
Yeah. JD beats Wes Lee. I mean, what
it wasn't a bad match. It wasn't a bad match. The thing I wanted to see if JD McDonough was much taller than Wes Lee. I wanted to see if it was like he had a foot on him. So
yeah, he was a bit taller. He's very deceptively tall. Apparently.
So I'm like, what the fuck? JD McDonough is probably a shoot 6 feet tall. What the
Seems
fuck?
like it.
Because he looks like a tall. I'm sorry for saying this. He looks like a tall midget.
He never looks tall.
No,
but he just keeps being taller than people.
It's crazy. It's like his head is so big for his body. His arms look to be short, like T-Rex arms a little bit. And he has the body of a little person, but it's tall. He's a tall midget. It's crazy.
I don't get it, but
JD McDonough.
Well, let's see if we can get this. Tony
I did like.
D'Angelo.
I'm sorry. I did like the finish though. The Saito suplex out of nowhere. That was pretty cool.
Yes, he calls that the devil inside.
I liked it. JD McDonough. What was he? He was on the ground. He grabbed with Wesley by the arm, gave him a fucking kick to the fucking grill, and then fucking hit him with the Saito suplex. Beautiful. I thought it was well done. So Wesley will be released. Go ahead.
All right. Okay. Yeah. No problem. So Tony and Stax are eating biscotti again. Same table, same espressos.
Mm-hmm.
They're joined by Pretty Deadly, and Tony's like, "Hey, you don't really think you won on your own, do you? You think Kemp just got out there to help you guys?" Like implying that he fixed this match or something. I don't. Did you get that? I don't know if that's what they were going with this, but it made it seem like Tony D'Angelo made it seem like he was in part of the fix of this match.
Well, let's go to the soundbite.
And what do we got over here? A cup of potatoes? A cup of potatoes?
I think that clarifies everything.
We were supposed to get a Sonic by my house, and they never built it.
Oh, no. Is anyone anywhere? Well, everything's being burnt to a crisp around where you live, so.
Yeah, just by the natural sun.
God, I have friends that they took.
It's not even forest fires around here. It's just the actual, just regular sunshine is burning everything down.
Tell the people how hot it was there the other day.
Oh, I believe it got up to 115. I think it set a record for my city.
That is insane.
Yeah.
Do I believe in global warming? Just might. A little bit.
A little bit. Yeah. So anyway, my question was, did you think that Tony D'Angelo implied that he fixed Pretty Deadly to win that match?
Oh yeah. I thought that was definitely implied.
Okay. Next is Roxanne entering, and then we go to break because we can't. Now they're starting to do this again, Ray. They're starting to do entrance and then a bunch of shit entrance. So thank you, Shawn Michaels.
Dumbass.
Maybe we should get some input from what's that guy's name?
Grayson Waller?
No. No, he's not running anything.
Oh.
Well, he thinks he is. We didn't talk about the part on Worlds Collide where he, Grayson Waller told his own mom to like kiss his ass or whatever.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Kiss my ass, mom. Kiss my ass.
So did you know that next week we're going to celebrate a year of NXT 2.0?
I hope they blow it up.
It's been a year.
I hope they blow it up next year.
All right. 1 year was good enough. We couldn't possibly top it. Let's do something else.
They need to fucking just get rid of the 2.0. Oh, come on with this shit, with the fucking rainbow gimmick. I want to change the background already. Our background.
We should just, if they don't change it, we should just come up with a new background.
Do I have the old background?
We don't need their permission, yeah.
I'm going to see if I have the old background. Go ahead.
All right, well, now we get Satomura versus Roxy. What do you think about this?
Bro, this match was fucking awesome. I thought this young girl, man, Roxanne Perez, vet, and I again, this is a match that I was looking forward to hearing from you. I could see she was, again, like, remember the first match where we were talking about Ricochet and that, listen, the North American champion, Carmelo Hayes, is a very talented wrestler, and Roxanne, very talented, but there's a difference. And could you explain the difference here in this match, please?
Well, the difference is you got somebody that's been doing it since before Roxanne Perez was born.
Word.
So it's just, this is actually one of the better Satomura matches I've seen. And you got to give some of the credit to Roxy for that too, because she was there for everything that she needed to be there for. She sold her ass off. But this was booked perfectly. It's exactly the story of, you want to see the young person do good, but it's just a little bit too early. As they would say in Japanese movies or whatever, it's 100 years too early for you to challenge me. And that's kind of the story they told in this match, which I really liked. I thought it was a good match. It's easily the best match of the show. One of the best matches of the weekend, besides, obviously Walter and Sheamus.
You really liked that match too, right, Bet?
Oh, it was excellent. Absolutely. I watched it. Well, I watched it with Ben. Like, I was in the chat while he was doing a quick watch along, and we were commenting on it and stuff like that. And it was an incredible match, and everybody should go out of their way to check it out. But this was really good too. It's totally different, obviously. Not only is it different with the performers, but the stakes are different. It's, just the middle of a TV match, So anyway, that's what I thought. I thought it was great. Then of course Cora comes in with her stick at the end, and then
remember this in the background. Want to go back to this?
Let's go back to.
Or you like this?
Do that one again? Ooh, that one's classic.
Isn't that? We'll leave the classic on. Fuck it. Do it live.
All right, let's do it. Let's just do it. Yeah.
Great match.
Yeah, just super. Then we get Junior and Tyler warming up. They're just bouncing around and stretching.
Well, that's how you warm up.
That is how you warm. It's a good warm. Then we get the Damon Kemp explanation package, where he lays out his evil plan. I see that Colin agrees that Walter is the next top guy in the E.
I think so. Old school next level. I can't take Damon Kemp seriously. I'm sorry. I don't know why. Maybe because he looks like a short midget. I don't know. Though his brother, what happened?
Yeah, I was gonna say I have a note reminder that this guy is a Stevenson. So
Gable Stevenson, who was supposed to be the man, nothing. He's out. Is he not ready? Put him in NXT then. Have him tag team with his brother. Right? Am I wrong?
They'll be like, why do you guys have different names? Liz says Damon Kemp is boring AF.
Yeah, and Colin says Sean Kemp is still the better Kemp, greater Kemp. I agree.
It's true. He didn't play college ball, did he? He just went straight.
No, Sean Kemp. Did he play?
He went straight.
I don't know. That's a good question.
Someone knows in the chat. Lawrence Weaver knows.
Did
You
Sean
probably have to
Kemp
Google it.
play in college? I think he played college. I think he played a year of college. No, I'll find out. Go ahead.
Ricochet comes out. And then just like they were doing at Worlds Collide, the dyad is still passing out Mankind buttons. And this was my favorite part where Kiana James comes up and like takes a button, or has her assistant, her hot assistant, take a button, and then she has her assistant throw it away.
Yo, her assistant is freaking hot.
Yeah, who is that?
I don't know, but I want to know.
Who's that either?
By the way, Sean Kemp did not play any college ball. You are correct. He was drafted right out of Concord High School in Elkhart, Indiana. Indiana.
Oh.
So good for him.
Yeah.
No college. Thank you, Frank Picklebar.
So so did you like how Kiana took the button and then threw the button in the trash? Like right.
I did. And again, who is her hot assistant?
Yeah, let's
can
look
somebody
that up.
can anybody Canada the Spaceman? Can you find out, brother?
If he doesn't already know, that's crazy.
I gotta find out. Goddamn.
Was it Sloan Jacobs? I said hot assistant.
Yeah, no, not Sloan Jacobs.
Yeah.
What's her name? Kiana
James. And then so anyway, so Ariana Grace is, she's doing something, and then Kiana walks over and they kind of like have a little chat, and then they end up booking her for a meeting at 6 to talk about the Zoe and Nikita problem. So.
Oh no! What did I just pull up here?
Please look forward to that.
Yo.
What's the matter?
I put Kiana James assistant NXT. I can't show on screen what popped up. It was just some dude drilling his assistant.
Jeez.
Oh God. Oh, I'm getting a cramp. Ow.
Did they not Google? Did the WWE not Google that worker name before they?
Fuck. Oh, it's Kenna James that came up, even though I spelled Kiana.
They're like, Google's like, you meant this, and your safe search is off.
Kenna James, she's she's really getting it. Oh,
okay.
Wow.
All right. Well, anyway, our next match is Ray versus his hand, and then I won't tell you who goes over. You'll have to. I think that's on the Patreon too, right? With the consulting.
Yeah,
show?
Sure. Why not?
All right. The next match is Trick Williams versus Rick. Trick versus Rick with Mello on commentary, and this to me, like, it's fine and all, but just the whole thing, this is beneath Ricochet to me.
Yeah, of course. It's Trick Williams. He's trying to give the kid a rub, I guess.
Yeah. I'm just saying the whole being in NXT, doing this business, whatever they're supposed to do, I think we're past this now. So, but it was fine for what it was, I guess. And you were alluding to something earlier about whatever happens when these guys eventually part ways.
Right. So, I believe it was backstage. What's her name? Mackenzie Mitchell was interviewing what's his name? The champ, Carmelo Hayes, saying, "Oh, next week you're gonna have a surprise opponent." Well, I've beat everybody, but you haven't beat Trick Williams. So I believe that Trick Williams is going to be his opponent next week, and Bendulum will ensue.
Is that a good enough for like a 1 year NXT 2.0 anniversary? Is your big enough thing for your surprise opponent to be your sidekick?
Well, who else is it going to be?
Anybody they want. Just like Ricochet was randomly out here to challenge him, they could get a random somebody else to challenge him.
If you can pick somebody to challenge him, who would it be? Like a legend. Let's say a legend. Let's have fun with it. A legend that can still go. That's available. Santino Marella.
Santino Marella. Yeah, sure.
No?
Santino Marella.
One of the baddest men on the planet, by the way.
Oh, yeah. He's bad.
He's a shooter. Versus Rey Mysterio.
That'd be nice, but it ain't gonna happen.
Ain't gonna happen, but that would be cool.
That turn with Dominic was terrible, by the way.
Dominic is so bad.
He's so bad. None of this is believable. This is just embarrassing. Like, stop it.
It's Dominic.
The Judgment Day thing is the shits.
It's all right.
So bad. No,
Dominic stinks.
That's true.
That kid should never. His face should never have been on TV. He should have been under a hood a long time ago. We're gonna put a mask on his face now.
That mullet.
Maybe they could do the blue dot that they were supposed to do with Christian.
That wouldn't fix the rest of it.
Boy, oh boy. Anyway.
I can't believe that kid's like 26 or whatever. He looks 14. He's like one of those weird junior high kids that hits a growth spurt.
He just look like my son. My son's like 6'1". He's got a baby face. That's down. But I'll tell you what, my son's got a better body than him. Yeah. He's thicker and strong. Yo, that kid, hit the gym, do something. Oh my God. Am I off here with Dominic Mysterio? He has the fuck. I think who has a I don't want to get yelled at. I don't want to get any heat.
Who has a worse what?
Who has a worse body? Him or Eddie Kingston? I would say Eddie Kingston's more believable as a kick-ass guy.
Yeah, no. Eddie Kingston just has a big fat stomach. He still looks like a man somewhat.
Right.
Dominic just has a skinny fat body.
Bro, Dominic.
But look, Dominic can fix all that. Well, he can't fix his face, but he can get in the gym and he can do some stuff. He'll be all right. He can learn a little more wrestling, but he's not going to get the charisma he needs. That part sucks. He's always going to look young because if you've noticed, Ray, when we see somebody, whatever age we first see them, they look that way forever, bro. Like when I look at when I saw, Leonard DiCaprio as a child actor, he still looks just like an old boy with facial hair now. He does not look like a man to me.
No.
And same thing when Dominic Mysterio is 45 and he's trying to carry on the legacy and he has a son that will probably have much better physique than he did. When that happens, we're going to still see that face.
Well, here's the problem. Rey Mysterio looks like a baby still.
Yeah, you can see those wrinkles under that mask now, though.
You can, but he still has a baby face. And he's what, 50? Old as Ray.
I think Ray's like 42 or 3 or
He can't be fucking younger
like
than me, bro.
He can.
Oh, no.
I don't know how old he is. But anyway, we got to get through this because we're getting older.
I got to pee again.
All right. So more Biscotti, more Grimes. They ask him to, whatever they ask him to do, join the gang, I guess. And he's like, no. And he throws an espresso on Stacks, and that means he has to go through the table. So they put him through the table. Biscotti flies everywhere. And Stacks wins the wet t-shirt contest. 47. Jesus. Good God.
Well, he is older than me.
That's crazy.
Jesus Christ. Pushing 48. Rey Mysterio.
That's insane.
How long has he been wrestling?
Since he was like 14.
God. Anyway.
We got a real Mako Satomura situation with him. But anyway, so Nathan Fraser comes out. I'm pleased to announce.
Sorry about that.
Oh,
that was my mistake. I'm sorry. No, my bad.
Okay. I'm pleased to announce we're going to have NXT trading cards
for
2022. So,
are you serious? Did
guys,
I miss that?
Get your binders out. Get your old trapper keepers out and get those sleeves, those nine slot sleeves, and get ready for NXT 2.0 2022 trading cards. Then we get a vignette for somebody named Soooooo.
I didn't see this.
She looks familiar. You just see like the silhouette of like a woman surfing. So she's out there with Stevie Richards on the beach doing some surfing, boogie boarding, whatever. I think she looks vaguely familiar, but I didn't see her under this name. So
this is 26 seconds.
I'm not sure.
I'm not gonna pull it up here. I just want to take a look at her, see if I know who she is. I don't want to. Okay.
You don't get a good look at her. You don't.
Well, no, you get a great look at her here.
I don't.
You didn't see this one? Oh, it's really short. But let me see. So she's tall. She's blonde. She's cleaning her fucking board. Okay. All right. Let me see if I can. Maybe I get a picture of her. Very fit. She looks like Charlotte. It's Charlotte Flair.
Well, she's been having matches on Level Up, and I haven't been watching Level Up, so I must have missed her. But anyway, yes. All right.
I'm gonna get a picture of her while you look it up. Good.
So let me go back to my notes here.
There she is.
Mackenzie is with the Diamond Mine. Here comes Pretty Deadly again.
Mm-hmm.
They're basically saying that the fans are they're gonna let the fans pick the stipulation for the matches for their match coming up. So I guess this is going to be a thing next week for the anniversary show, is that we're going to get stipulations voted on. So it's like Taboo Tuesday or whatever.
Oh, remember that shit? But what was it called? Was it
Taboo Tuesday was the first one, and then they were like, "Why do we do this on a Tuesday?" And they changed it to Cyber Sunday.
That's funny.
But
all right, so this is her. This is she.
Soul Ruka.
That's her. She was great with makeup.
What does Ruka mean in Spanish? Ray, you're the report of the people.
I don't fucking know Ruka. I don't know. I know Sol means sun.
Yeah, it's sun something.
She's a cute girl. Sun. Look at her. Wow. Bro.
A cross between Fallon Henley and Lacey Evans.
A little bit.
Don't try to throw Fallon Henley in this. The most basic woman ever lived.
She's I see stars. I see a star in her. Is she good in the ring? Do you know?
I like I said, I need to go back and watch these Level Up matches. So Julius calls the Pretty Deadly bitch asses. That's what true. I get from this. All right. So next is Axiom versus Fraser. When did this become a best of 3? Like, didn't they say this match should happen at Worlds Collide? Then it doesn't happen at Worlds Collide, and then now they're saying it's a best of 3. Like, they keep rewriting this more than anything else.
I'm sorry. Ruka means it's slang for friend or girlfriend. So
okay.
Girlfriend of the sun.
Yeah.
So when
maybe she could ask the sun in my part of the world to chill the fuck out.
Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. So if I'm correct, when they were reading their comic books, they did mention a best 2 out of 3. I don't remember them mentioning being on the pay-per-view or the whatever fucking Worlds Collide. So I thought it was going to be best 2 out of 3 falls. But no, they're going with the whole Nikita Koloff Magnum TA gimmick. But they did best out of 7.
Yeah. They don't want to see 7 of these matches.
No.
You already saw 2 matches worth of shit in this match.
Fraser, kind of spaceman.
Fraser, he went for a dive and he almost ate shit on that dive. I noticed that. I don't know if he caught his leg or what happened there, but
he jumped through the rope.
Ran
weird.
so hard. Yeah, he ran so hard that his momentum carried him through it anyway. But
the way I saw it was weird. He was going to do a suicide dive through the rope, and he did like this weird stop, then jump through. It was so fucking weird. I don't know. But anyway,
well, Axiom did another one later where he was like, it's almost like they're like crawling through fast, like swimming through the ropes almost.
Just, so, hey kid, you got 5 minutes. Get your shit in. Axiom wins. Axiom wins.
Yeah. Axiom takes match 1. All right. Security's waiting to escort Gallus, and then Big Body Javi walks up and starts talking shit to Hank Rogan, and Hank's like, I gotta go. So anyway. Him and Gallus go, and it's the most boring security escort ever. Gallus enters boringly. Then we get Mackenzie back there with Trick and Mello. Again, the universe is voting on an opponent for Mello.
Where can we vote?
Probably WWE.com, I would imagine. And then my other note here is poor beleaguered Mackenzie. because she just has this look on her face. Like every time she asks a question, everybody just gives her a bunch of sass, and she just looks really tired and like she's over it. So anyway, we get to the main event. It's Junior and Tyler versus Gallus. 75% of the participants in this match I've never liked, and I'm starting to sour on the other 25%. So like I'm really just not into any of this. And then as I'm writing these notes, Wade on commentary is saying, you know, we'll be seeing these guys for the next 20 years, and I'm just like,
yes.
Really?
Will
Okay,
we?
then kill me now if that's the case, because I can't take another 20 seconds of this shit.
Kill me now. Kill me. Or was it Call Me?
It was Called Me Now.
Call
Free
me now.
reading.
They have here in New York, they have this guy that he's doing the same gimmick now on local TV.
Oh, you told me about this. Who is
he's
this
like,
guy?
I don't know, some African dude. I can help you. I will solve all your problems. Just call me now. You want to be married? You want to be rich? You want to kill that son of a bitch?
You want Gallus to leave NXT?
And start a channel on Twitch.
Oh
You
man,
have to keep rhyming.
would that be even more boring than
Oof.
them having matches?
But here we get our main event, right?
That's it. If you can call it that. The main event to me was Roxy and Mako.
Yeah, I agree. But but Junior and Tyler, they go over. I didn't care about this match.
I think they were like, okay, who can we put Braun Breaker against that they won't boo him? The most boring group of guys ever, right? There's no way. And this is a problem that the WWE typically finds themselves in when they're trying to push somebody harder than we want them to be pushed. They end up they're like, oh, well, we're just going to put them against somebody that the people could never cheer. And it's never worked out up to this point. And it's not going to start here. So, meh.
Post-match, JD McDonough runs in and lays out Tyler bait. I think he hits the Saito suplex on him as well. So it looks like that's where they're going with that. Who's the next challenger for Braun Breaker, bro? Santino Marella.
It's probably gonna be Joe Coffey.
Don't you fucking dare.
It probably is.
Ain't gonna be no fucking goddamn Joe Coffey.
Tell me about it, but it will. Some stupid shit like that.
Well, again, I won't be here next week, so I'm sure you're happy about that. I got you so angry in the beginning of the show. And what good am I? Where are they gonna find you, Vet?
Everywhere at Opinion Haver. All your social media platforms, all your video gaming platforms. Speaking of video games, I just did another episode of the Video Game Connection with Homeboy88 and Ivobox, where I reviewed the Cowabunga collection. 13 Ninja Turtle games for one low price and lots of extras. So please check that out. I think he prefers Spotify, but just look for VGC Podcast and you'll be able to find them. I was tried to be roped into doing a AEW All Out review for the PWC, and I declined because I just could not talk about the fucking All Out pay-per-view. I just couldn't do it. So sorry, Jimmy. Just can't do it. You and Jeff Littman will have to handle that yourselves, which you did, and I'm sure it was great.
It's always great. These guys are great.
Yeah, and I think that's just about it. And you'll see me on the Smack Attack this weekend, filling in for McIver. So John Enright and myself. And then you'll see John Enright on the Impact Attack, hopefully, as long as everything goes as planned, because he was actually at the Impact tapings that we're talking about. So he can maybe answer some of those questions that we always have during the Impact Attack, like, why did they do this? And who the hell do they think they are?
Why does everybody think next week's show going to be so short?
I don't know. Ben is usually really busy and speeds through everything.
And Vet, he likes to rush through things as well.
Sometimes.
Who's going to hate more, Ben or the Vet next week?
It's got to be me.
You think so? I don't know. There's a lot of hate with Ben. Hate.
Well, Ben hates the wrestling.
Oh.
And then I hate the creative.
The people. Oh.
I hate on the vignettes and stuff that they do that he likes. And then he hates on the wrestling, which I also don't like, but I just let him have that and let him tear it apart.
Okay. Fair enough. Well, I'm going to tell you guys, if you're interested to see where I am, what I'm doing, follow me on social media at Big Ray Hernandez. And I'm pretty sure, I will guarantee that I will be asked to do multiple TikToks with Big Vito this week. As I'm heading to Florida, my future home. It's Jen's birthday. And we are going to be spending a lot of time with Big Vito and Noel.
How many Noel TikToks? Or is it a package deal?
It's a package deal. That should be fun. We're going to have a lot of fun. I would like to get around to golfing if that's possible. If it's possible, if Jen lets me. Maybe she could stay and hang out with Noel at the Big Vito Tiki Lounge they have in the back of the house. Should be fun. I'm just so happy to get the fuck out of New York. I don't care where it was.
Is it going to make it worse when you go back, though? Like you get a little taste?
It will. It will be terrible. Goddamn, Fed. Thanks.
I was just wondering.
Well, guys, I won't be around next week, but I'll see you the following week, and hopefully NXT will be much better by then. No? All right. Well, I guess you can say goodbye, Vet.
Goodbye.
See you the following week, guys. Not next week.
This fucking shit. I'm serious. I'm not going to sit back and take this fucking shit.
You fucking mark!
What's your name, fella?
Triple H.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?